Your first vet visit. How do you feel? We're gonna figure out what's going on with her eyes. Look at her eyes. Can I see? There you go. See the little stuff? She's doing so good, ain't you, girl? Yeah. My baby doing good.
She's been good now. She's outnumbered. Yeah, she's got normal retinas back here. I'm just going to play around with the light.
Okay. Let me just say he did a terrible job playing with the light to check her eyes.
Huh?
All right. How you feeling, baby? Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear them in the back just laughing, having a jolly old time? Yeah, baby. How you doing? Come back up there, baby.
So how did you learn about this older cat that needed a home?
I had researched it. I wanted to get older cats because I had thought that they were going to be more like chill and we were just going to be hanging out and stuff.
Kittens are nuts.
But she's nuts. Like, it's like, are you sure you're 12? Like, I sometimes be feeling like they lied to me because first they said that. Nah, bump all this talking. It don't matter why I adopted an older cat. You need to just check on her and make sure that she is good. That's all you need to be worried about. It don't. That's all that matters. It was just like, okay, get back to the video because.
So my experience with adoption groups around here is that they generally don't try to pull fast ones on anybody.
Right.
Because they don't.
I was hoping not.
They don't want you to adopt a cat and then be pissed off at them like 2
Right,
weeks later.
right.
They're coming back in. So whether you're talking about 10 Lives Club or the Erie County, the Niagara County SPCA, they generally, this is just a pill.
Good today. I love you so much. You're so good, so well behaved. My baby well behaved. She sat in there, she listened. Hold on, let me rant real quick because that was a waste of time and my money.
What happened?
He's talking about, I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong. What's wrong with her eyes? Then he gonna say, oh, it's probably just feline herpes. What? What are you talking about?
That's a thing?
Yeah, well, animals can get everything we can get. But how the hell she get herpes?
Wait, what's wrong with her eyes? Is it crust or?
Yeah, that's what's coming out of her eyes. And then I'm like, well, when we're playing, she can't see up. He's like, oh, I don't know what that is. Her eyes look fine. Every time I go to the hospital myself, they be like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. But I'm in here with a chest pains. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like when he said that, it just felt like y'all just took my money for nothing. But they dewormed her. They said maybe that'll help with the throwing up. But he was pretty much like, oh, I don't see nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. And the only reason he dewormed her is because I had to pretty much force him to. He gonna say to me, is she coughing or is she throwing up? I'm gonna show you a video of the difference between coughing and throwing up. Who is you talking to? Like, so pretty much I just wasted money coming to y'all, is what you're saying. That's why I don't go to the doctors. Ooh. Then he was like, are you sure she's 12 years old? I'm like, nigga, I mean, what? That's what they told me. Like, I got her from a shelter. But he said, realistically, she might be 8.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, oh my God. So I don't know. But he says, I guess the eye things will just go away. The herpes thing in her eyes, it'll just go away. I'm like, and I looked up cat herpes on that Google, and she ain't got no dang cat herpes. He gonna say, oh, she probably got cat herpes. It'll just go away. What? You didn't even look. You know what? I'm ready to fight. Okay. Yeah. And then he was like, when I told him that she be throwing up, he was like, I was like, only time I hear her coughing is when she's throwing up. He was like, I'm going to show you a video, the difference between coughing and... I said, what? He was like, does she just be like, but nothing comes out? I said, no, she be throwing up. She don't just be sitting there coughing. I know the difference between coughing and throwing up. shit be coming out. He was just, I don't know, he was just a little too arrogant. Like, yeah, we just took your money and we don't need nothing else from you. But at least I got her checked out. I mean, as long as she's okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's all that really matters.
She was just trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah. She actually was doing so well in there too. They had to stick something up her butt. I had to hold her. She was handling it very well. Then he put the little thing in her eye and shit.
Yeah, usually cats be.
Yeah, fighting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, baby. She's so well behaved. Okay, let me get off this damn thing. Okay, real quick, y'all. The doctor was just very rude. He was very dismissive. First, he said, as long as she hasn't been throwing up for longer than such and such. And I was like, well, she's been throwing up for months now. Oh, no, that's fine. That just means that it's like everything that I said, he was giving me the runaround. He didn't even look at her eyes until I said, hey, look at her eyes. Then y'all seen on there, he looked at her eyes or whatever. And then was like, as he said, oh, her eyes are fine. So you're not explaining none of the questions that I'm asking you, though, about her. He was very dismissive. They just wanted my money. I don't like to play the black card, but it's just seen sometimes when you black people act like you just the lowest of the bottom of the poor, or they talk to you like you dumb or something. And I guess it's just me and my baby for the rest of our lives. Like, and that's just what it is. We don't need no doctors and nobody but us. Okay, and I did leave a review on their Google, so let's read it together. It was a waste of time and money. The doctor was very dismissive. He did not perform a full exam, felt very rushed. It's like he already had his mind set that nothing was wrong with her before even looking at her, which is true. They asked if I would like her nails trimmed with the exam. It was free with the exam. I said yeah. However, they did not trim my baby's nails. It was very rushed. It's like he didn't care. They set me in a room for about 20 minutes while I can hear them and see them actually in the other room laughing and having a jolly old time just for the doctor to come in and basically rush me out. It's like he would continuously give me the runaround with every question that I asked. For example, like before, he was like, he asked me, "Are you sure that that she's 12 years old?" Huh? And then when I went to tell him, well, I don't know because they told me this and they told me that. Then he's like, well, they usually don't try to dupe anybody, and so why would you even ask me that? And then after saying all that, have a nerve to tell me, well, she's probably really 8. What? Anyway, he really wasn't helpful, and it felt like he didn't care to be helpful. That was the thing. I personally didn't feel that me or Rubie were taken seriously. And I just wanted to let it be known that this is not reflect on like the receptionist and the nurse and stuff that came in here or whatever and all that. But I did see somebody else comment that said the same exact thing that I went through. So I wanted to share my story. I wasn't going to share it. I wasn't going to leave a review, but I was just sitting at home like, wow, that was very dismissive. And they took a lot of money they took a lot of money from me because you got to pay a deposit for just to see the doctor. And then you go in there and he's just very rude, very rushed, don't care. I got your money, so it's whatever. And I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it. But my baby did so good, y'all. She was so well behaved.